A woman from Aurora sentenced to life in prison for a second time. Taylor Santiago has pleaded guilty to capital murder and attempted murder in Arkansas. This stems from when she shot 3 people in January of last year in Missouri and Arkansas, killing 2 of them. Santiago admitted to killing her ex-husband in Aurora. She then drove to Carroll County, Arkansas, where she shot the father of another one of her children and a woman. Well, that woman died. In June, she pleaded guilty in Missouri and was sentenced to life in prison. She will stay behind bars in Missouri to serve that sentence and the life sentence from Arkansas at the same time.